Here I only have my basic 2 class. That means that I already finished my basic 1, but if I want to see it, I can check it here where it says view all. So I click here, and that way the system gives me this menu. I have active classes, the basic 2 I told you about, and I have a tab that says finished classes. So let's check it out. If I click here, the system shows me the basic 1 I just finished, and that's for the gradebook purposes I want to show you. So here I click on the code, on the class, and what I do is that, well, I can check the gradebook to show you the final progress of my students. So I click here on the gradebook, and the system will show me like all the setup that we went through a minute ago. So here we have the blog, which I changed the name. It was blog before. I changed the name to portfolio. Don't remember, you create any category you want. We have the book, all 4 units. And we have the percentages, the class average. We have the tests from unit 1 to unit 4. We have the workbook from unit 1 to unit 4. And then you have like all the parts of the book that have not been assigned. Well, so how to check my students' progress? So the system gives you an option, so you can go to all grades. So you don't have to check one by one, and because that would take like more than like over 2 hours checking each of the students' grades. So what you can do here is that you can export the grades and check them on Excel. So for example, here we have well, different parts of the book. Here I have the portfolio, the percentage, blogs, unit 2, unit 1, unit 2, unit 3, and so on and so on and so on. Let's say I just want to check the book. So here in view, I have view all the categories, but I just select the category that I created. So I want to check just the book, the blog, the tests, or the workbook. Let's say the workbook. Let's check the workbook. You click outside, and the system changes and shows me only the workbook, and that's what we're gonna get. So that's it. It's ready. So here I have the whole percentage of the workbook per student. But since I had like 21 students, I had full house. So the idea is that it would take really long to check them out. Like over here, besides the display here is not that specific, let's say. So let's export the gradebook. So as you can see here, we have the option that says export gradebook. You click here, and the system will, well, the computer will save the file. So you tell it, well, you accept saving the gradebook that we have from the platform. We click on OK. We're downloading the gradebook. And now that it's almost ready, not that it's ready actually, I can open it and check it on Excel. In this case, it's for Mac. Anyway, if you do it in a PC, the progress is going to be like the same. Anyway, if you have difficulties like exporting the gradebook, or any of the sections of the gradebook, I'm going to write a comment below this video so you could follow a path in order to export it. Well, over here we have students' names, okay, complete name, full names, Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, Unit 4, and the total progress of the workbook. So here I can tell that this student, that is Yvonne, which is my best student in class, has got 100% in the workbook. Yeah, in the 4 units that I set up in the system to be evaluated. And I can also see, for example, this student, Carol, Yeah, she's got only 25%. She hasn't done much. She just worked in the first unit, and actually, she's a dropout. All of the percentages you can see here are reflected in class. Yeah, so you can tell which students are the best students, which students to talk to, and which students have spent a good deal of time like working on the platform. You can do the same for any of the categories, you name it, like workbook, book, the portfolio, the tests, the checkpoints, any of the categories you assigned. A final feature that I want to show you is this one. So how to assess students inside the platform. So we're back here in the gradebook, and I want to assess my students' progress, for example, in the portfolio that I created, or in the blog, or the blog that I use as portfolio. So the idea is that I want my students to get comments. So what I do is that, well, first I select the category that I want to modify, yeah, and according to that, the system gives me an option. The option here says details. So I click here, and the system takes me to the following menu. I have this menu over here. It says title, portfolio, points 100. Those are the points that I assigned. We have class average for scores entered. The class average is 70%. Category that I created was, well, for the one which was assigned was the blog. The due date, well, you decide if you ask for a due date or not. Okay, and here what we have is like this part. So I have each of my students, I have the percentage that I assigned, because this is not evaluated by the system but by myself. So the idea is that in each case I can write comments, as you can see here. Well, you can write comments depending on each student's situation. So if you want to add a comment to your student's percentage, you click on Edit Comments, and the system opens up. So you can write anything you want here. For example, here's Christian, so you can write Christian. You can write well, his name is spelled like this. Christian, you need to work on the use of the IPA, for example. So the idea is that you can write a comment per student if you want. Some teachers already have like lots of comments ready, like in a Word document, so if you just cut and paste depending on the situation, that would be like a suggestion. At the end, you just save changes, and the system will save your comments. And that's it. So whenever students, so here we have like new comments are saved, and whenever students check their gradebook, they're gonna see your comment.